I never believed in ghost stories, at least not until I found myself deep in the mountains of Samar, chasing a legend I never should have touched. It started as a dare, an urban exploration with a group of friends, but what we uncovered was far darker than any of us could have imagined. We were told the tales about the Lost Command, a military outpost abandoned decades ago. The government claimed it was a covert operation, a place too sensitive to discuss. Soldiers stationed there had mysteriously disappeared without a trace, leaving only whispers behind. Rumors said the place was cursed, haunted by the soldiers' souls, twisted into something unnatural. I laughed it off, of course, until I saw it for myself. The night we entered the forest was the calmest I had ever experienced. The air was thick and still, as if the whole world was holding its breath. I was leading the group, my camera in hand, determined to document everything. Skeptical of the stories, dismissive of the warnings. The deeper we ventured, the more oppressive the silence became. The usual sounds of the forest, birds chirping, leaves rustling, vanished, replaced by an unsettling quiet. As we approached the base, the structure loomed like a ghost out of the past. The walls were cracked, the windows broken. There were no signs of life, but something about the place made my skin crawl. We stepped inside, the air smelling of rot and decay. Our flashlights danced across the walls, revealing faded symbols carved into the stone. I picked up a yellowed sheet of paper from the ground, squinting at the words. One sentence stood out, chilling me to my core. The experiments have unleashed something darker. I shook it off at first, thinking it was just the ramblings of a madman. But then, a low growl rumbled through the hallways. My heart skipped a beat. I looked around, my breath catching in my throat. No one else heard it, but I knew it was there. Something watching us. I turned, but the hallway was empty. We all froze. It happened so quickly, I still can't believe it. The lights flickered, the temperature dropped, and suddenly figures emerged from the shadows. I thought I was seeing things, but no, they were there. Ghastly, twisted things, with hollow eyes and movements that were jerky, unnatural, like they were puppets on broken strings. They weren't human, not anymore. I don't know how I managed to move, but I ran. The others followed, panic setting in as the growls echoed louder. We reached the door, but it wouldn't open. I yanked on the handle, but it was stuck. The walls seemed to close in on us, the symbols on them pulsing with an energy I couldn't explain. I glanced behind me, and that's when I saw it. The soldiers. They weren't dead. They'd never left. They were trapped here, in the very walls of the base, their souls bound to the cursed land, and they were coming for us. The world turned to chaos. My friends screamed, but their voices were drowned out by the growling, the sound of something not human chasing us through the halls. We ran in every direction, but the shadows followed, never stopping. One by one, my friends vanished into the darkness, their screams echoing in my mind long after I'd lost them. I don't know how I survived. I don't even remember how I made it out of the mountains. All I know is that when I stumbled back into the village, the sun had risen, and I was alone. No one believed me when I tried to tell them what happened. They said I was hallucinating, that the forest had gotten to me. But I know what I saw, I know what I felt. And now every time I close my eyes, I can hear the growls, the whispers. The Lost Command is still out there, and it's waiting for anyone foolish enough to wander too close. It won't be long before the shadows come for me again.